Florida representative has an interesting theory about Donald Trump and his entrance into the 2016 presidential race. See, he thinks that Trump is a false flag. Interesting. Now, according to the Miami Herald, Representative Carlos Curbelo, who represents Miami, claimed on a Spanish-language media last week that Trump's campaign could be a scheme orchestrated to hurt the Republican Party. Interesting. Now, he said on a tweet in Spanish, and he said, I spoke to... I can't even, pronounce this Twitter handle, so I'm not even going to try. On Z92 Miami about absurd comments by real Donald Trump. And I offered my theory that he is a phantom candidate. Interesting. Now, also in a radio interview after that, he suggested that Trump is a phantom candidate recruited to create a political circus. Now, recruited by who? Well, I'm pretty sure you know where this is going. Recruited by the Democrats. It's all the Democrats recruiting Donald Trump in order to create a political circus to make the Republican Party look bad by getting all the racists out. Well, wait a minute. Wouldn't this plan not work if the Republican Party didn't have racists in it? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. All right. So he continues. And it sort of explains why he thinks Trump is a phantom candidate. Mr. Trump has a close friendship with Bill and Hillary Clinton. They were at his last wedding. He's contributed to Clinton's foundation. He's contributed to Mrs. Clinton's Senate campaigns. All of this is very suspicious. So let me get this straight. Trump is apparently a plant from the Democratic Party put there in order to make the Republicans seem racist by bringing out the racists in the Republican Party. As I said, this plan would require that the Republican Party be filled with racists. Because if they didn't have racists there, well, then this plan wouldn't work. There would be no racists to elevate Trump to #1 in the polls. I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying. That seems a little suspicious. And actually, it seems like a bullshit theory. Now, this is funny. The Florida Democratic Party, their communication director, Max Steele, told the Miami Herald that these claims of a phantom candidate are absurd. Quote, Curbelo's bizarre claim is an insult to the intelligence of his constituents and just goes to show that how much damage Trump is doing to the Republican Party brand. Damaging the brand. So Donald Trump is damaging the Republican Party brand. Well, how come Donald Trump is leading the Republican Party? A new Suffolk University USA Today poll of likely GOP voters found that 17% back Donald Trump. He actually holds a 3-point lead over Jeb Bush. Now, of those polled, both parties and independents, 40% of those said that Trump's remarks about Mexicans mattered a lot. So if you think that it has nothing to do, that his popularity is because he's got great views and great plans for America to move America forward, and that it's not about the stuff he said about Mexicans, you are fucking wrong. 48%, that's almost half, say that his views on Mexicans alone, that they are the Mexican immigrants, that Mexico is planning to not send us their best by sending us their rapists and killers, that matters a lot to whether or not I'm backing Trump. 48%. Now, only 10% said it mattered a little. And 35% said it didn't matter. And 5% were undecided. So you have a majority of likely GOP voters saying that Trump's statements on immigration, his statements on Mexicans, and how they are rapists and murderers, some are okay though, matter a lot. Okay, interesting. Now, the poll also found that 48% are less likely to vote for Trump because of these statements. So that's good news. Almost half said, you know what, Trump is being pretty racist. I'm not going to vote for him because of this. His statements on Mexicans. However, 15% of people are apparently very racist and decide that, yes, we are going to vote for Trump because he's talking about Mexicans so badly. Well, he certainly has the racist vote cornered. And apparently that's enough right now. And let's be fair, the field is very crowded. The Republican field. There's 16, 17 people now in the Republican field. So having that 15 to 17% of racists can put you above everyone else. Now, in the general, that's not going to help him very much. That's why Trump's not really a serious candidate. And not to mention, he hasn't even filed his paperwork yet. Let's be honest about that. Right? He hasn't done it yet. Well, once he does, you know I'm going to report on that. But with the field being so crowded, having that racist vote, having all the racists behind you, seems to work pretty well. Now, interestingly enough, speaking of the poll, Trump is high enough to get into the debate that is upcoming in August. The Fox News debate. Oh, I hope Trump stays so high in the polls. I really hope he gets into that debate. I can't wait to see Trump on stage debating. Please let him debate. That is going to be awesome. Please keep backing him, racists. I want to see him debate. Go Trump.